Good Monday evening. Yeah, I thought I'd try that. Just thought I'd see what it looked like. Did it look cool? I thought it looked cool. Um, Playing with new equipment, so you just never know. I think we'll figure out a way to get it to where it actually starts when it's supposed to. I hope that you all are having a good Monday night. And Dottie, I didn't mean to keep you waiting. I apologize. I just wanted to play that little thing if it would go. And so anyway, yeah, fancy. I know. I know. It's cool. Hey, listen, God bless you. It is a good Monday night, and I hope that your Monday is going well. And I'll get the other monitor up and see if I can see who all is here tonight. Hi, Brian. Hi, Mike. Always good to get to see your name up there as well. And Dottie, thank you guys for stopping by. Mrs. Patriot in the house. I say sometimes people are in the house, figuratively, like I'll talk about food being in the house figuratively. Mrs. Patriot is actually literally in the house. And I do know how to use the word literally. So let's talk about a few things tonight. Just hopefully, things to make you smile because we're finding out a little bit more about what the next month may look like just a little bit. And we'll say thanks to some advertisers here on the show, and we will go from there. So, have you seen the comet? No idea. No idea as to how to pronounce the name of the comet. I've heard different things. Doesn't matter. It's a comet, and it's a comet that's in the sky. And we're talking maybe a little bit more impressive than the Dixon comets, which, mighty, mighty Dixon comets and all that, just in case you didn't know. I am a Dixon alum, so go Comets. But this is an actual real comet in the sky. Got to see it last night, and I can see it a little bit, with the naked eye. I don't know why my eye has to be naked to look at it, but maybe that's just a personal preference. Anyway, I can see that. We did see it with binoculars, and so I was able to look at it there. Thought that was cool, and could see it without the binoculars. So it's in the northwest, and it is below the Big Dipper. And right now, it's probably a little bit too early. By the time we get done with the show, if you're in a place without a lot of light, then you should be able to see it. But again, binoculars helped me find it, and then I could see it by having my eye without any clothes on it. So anyway, there we go. Tammy, glad you joined tonight. Charity, good to see your name come up there as well. And Kathy, too. Jamie Templeton, thanks for the cat is okay. I can tell you perspective. The cat is over there. So the cat is to the southwest of where I am sitting right now, just so you have an idea. He is in the room again tonight. He looks like he wagged his tail just a little bit, just enough to let me know, hey, I know you're looking at me. Don't think he's going to make an appearance. Sorry about that. The cat is literally in the house. Literally. I literally know how to use that word. Anyway, sorry, I'm driving Mrs. Patriot nuts at this point. If you haven't seen the comment, check out the comment. Now I realize, now I can see it. I have had LASIK. Thank you, Dr. Croft. I have had LASIK and may have it again someday. But yes, I could see the comment. And that's cool. The reason I say that is because it's not something you get to see all the time. So you need to check it out. All right. Hi, Denise. Good to see your name come up there as well. And Sandy, thank you for joining tonight. Yeah, the cat's probably waiting for you to feed him because, this is a well taken care of cat. Don't worry about that. All right. Really quickly, let me say thank you to a few of the folks who advertise and are sponsors here of the Bryan County Patriot. A couple of things online today, including one that we're going to talk about here in just a moment, because that really, of the relatively positive news, I know there are a couple other things that have been in the news a little bit today, not so positive. So, of the positive things, this one was on the Bryan County Patriot today. Do want to say thanks, however, to Greg Phillips Insurance. Greg Phillips Insurance. Greg, I hope you're doing well. And Durant Station, the Choctaw Nation. And boy, I'll tell you what, we've had statement after statement from the Choctaw Nation in light of the recent Supreme Court ruling. So we need to keep following that story because it is continuing to develop. Blake Utter Ford, Abundant Life Texoma, Indian Nation Wholesale, Jalapenos, People First Industries, Texoma Financial Services, and Texoma Utility Equipment. Thank you to all of you for being advertisers and sponsors and so many more. These are just a few of them that we talk about breaking them up and getting to visit with them or visit about them different nights of the week, so many more. And I'm so thankful. I don't take any of you lightly or for granted. And I really, really appreciate you being advertisers and sponsors for the Bryan County Patriot. And we get to do things like this too. Alvina, nice to see your name coming up there as well. So thanks for everybody for watching on. Okay, the big thing of the day, let's go ahead and get to this. And that is the fact that 1 month from today, Durant Intermediate, but Independent School District will get going for the year. August 20th. Teacher in service starts at August 17th. That's on a Monday. School starts on a Thursday. I don't know that I would say this. This is not literal. I would teach again if I just didn't have to go through in service. Oh my goodness. Just not a fan. If you've ever been a teacher, in service was like, I'm not a fan. I don't know. Anyway, so let's look here really quickly because the plan for how to get through the new year is out. One plan: provide learning access nonstop. So, don't know who came up with the acronym. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad at all. The plan has come out, and this is online, and we're going to scroll through this just a little bit because there are a couple of things on here that I thought were pretty cool. Lots of other easy questions that you can, or answers to a lot of questions that are on there. Safety plan at a glance, pathways. These are how you can go to school. You can send your children to school in more than one way, and that's in here as well. So board approved as of today, July 20th, 2020. Nice letter from the superintendent, Dwayne Meredith, on here, and then getting to the guiding principles. Now, there's one in particular that I think warrants being addressed here, and that one is one of the reasons I think it's so important to get the kids back in school. Relationships, the social emotional support. Now, I realize this is talking about the fact that, hey, listen, there are going to be people that are there to help the students. There are going to be counselors available, people who are there to help the students. And I appreciate that as well. But I want to tell you, it's important to get these kids back into the social activities. And look, anyone who thinks that every single social interaction in school is positive is just completely, they're wrong. Okay? Kids are kids. Teenagers are teenagers. They say things that are mean every now and again. They do things. It happens. It's all part of life. However, there are lots of things that are good, and getting kids back together is a positive. This is a good thing. Getting the education from a teacher in person is a positive. This is a good thing. Okay? So, yes, we should be pushing toward this. Are there issues to deal with? Whatever your stance is on the beer bug, be that what it may, listen, there are concerted efforts out there, and I don't think it's all a conspiracy. What was it? You're not. So you're. You're not paranoid if they really are out to get you. That's it. That's what the phrase was. Well, okay, we won't go over all the conspiracy theories tonight. However, I will say that it is very important to get the kids back out there and get them in class. So yes, and Denise says, my grandsons miss their friends. My son misses his friends. My daughter missed their friends, and it's a very good thing. So the social issue here, we're just looking at that just for a moment. Relationships and making personal connections are critical components of social development for students. What a brilliant statement. What an absolutely brilliant statement. Yes, people can learn online. Yes, and not everything, by the way, I think can be learned adequately online. There needs to be some one-on-one interaction. There just does, but that's part of it. Durant Schools also says they're going to be proactive in responding to questions and concerns, and so that's good. Here we go. Looking at safety at a glance, daily health screenings of students and staff. Daily health screenings of students and staff. So that is there. Intensified cleaning practices and physical distancing when possible. That's going to be tough, but it is what it is. These are required. Allowable. They're going to allow clear water bottles and bus transportation. That's a big deal because some folks ride the bus. And that was a question that was out there. Are they still going to, have the buses? Yes, they will. Now you'll see on down here, if you read this, that they are saying, look, if you can take your kids to school, please do so. And generally, I do take my kids to school, and I have for a long time. But I've talked about this before. Part of it's just, because of the job situation I have, and not everyone has this job situation. I realize that. I recognize that. So take what I'm saying from the aspect of I understand what my job is, and I want to take my kids to school, and I like being the last thing that they see before they go. I like, the time that we spend. We pray together. I pray for my kids every single day before they get out of the car. And that's just part of it. And I'm not going to back down from that. I'm not ashamed of it or anything like that. And I enjoy that. I recognize not everyone has a job where they can do that. So there's no, no harm, no foul there. If you can't do that, not throwing stones. But because I can, I do it. And I'm grateful. But not everyone can. So yes, the buses are there, and that's fine. And our kids have, I think one semester they rode the buses, so that was fine. Required components are talking about the daily screenings. And look, this is on there. You need to be prepared for this because this is going to be a part of it. If you have a student in the school system, be ready for that. Okay. Are you or your child experiencing a new cough? I thought, I'm going to go ahead and make fun of it. I thought that every single symptom in the world was a beer bug symptom. I thought we've come to that every symptom in the world was a beer bug symptom. Anyway, are you experiencing a new cough that you cannot attribute to another health condition? And again, I'm not making fun of this, but I thought there were no more diseases. I thought the beer bug was the only disease now. It's all there is. Only. It's just the beer bug, period. Anyway, be prepared. New cough, shortness of breath, sore throat, loss of smell or taste, temperature at or above 100 degrees. Have you had close contact without the use of appropriate PPE with someone who's currently suspected or confirmed beer bug? So there you go. And that's going to be a part of the daily issue. So you just need to be prepared for that. And here's the deal on that too. Let me bring this back up over here before we go back into that a little bit further. If you know it's coming and you know this is part of it, and you're saying, hey, I'm sending my child to this school, then understand that. Answer the questions. It's not tough. If whether or not you like the mask, okay? Whether you think it's effective, whether you think it's not effective, whether or not you like the mask, if you're going to go to Walmart and that started today, then wear the mask and don't berate the employees. It's not the employee's fault, okay? There you go. Same thing with school. Whether or not these are questions that you've asked and answered like 17 times by the time you're in September, just be nice to the teachers. It's not the teacher's fault. It's not the staff fault. That's the questions that are there. And they're not bad questions as of right now. My son, by the way, was reading through this a little bit earlier. And one of the things that was said in there during this, and Brian's talking about the C word, during the beer bug era, and props to Jake because he said, I don't like this. I don't want this to be that era. He doesn't want his era to be that. Not a lot he can do about it right now. We live in the times in which we live. But, he talked about that, and I don't blame him. Travis, good to see your name coming up there tonight. Alicia, good to see your name. Paula, thank you for watching tonight. Glad to see your comment there. Jace, good to see you on board as well. Yeah, Pastor Jeff said the C word at church and live broadcast. Gone. I'm not sure. Anyway, but Brian says so. So that's the way it is. All right. A couple more things that are on here in case you didn't know about that. And let's get down to personal protective equipment for students and staff. Now, I'm going to read this. And again, doesn't matter your take on if you think masks are effective or if you think masks are not effective. Okay? This is the decision by the school board as of right now. So, and I realize I'm probably preaching to the crowd right now, or to the crowd. I'm probably preaching to the choir, but this is the decision that's been made. So if you, again, think masks are effective, or if you don't think masks are effective, taking to local social media and saying all kinds of not nice things about the school board because of this, it's just not cool, and it's not effective. And really doesn't make you look good. So just pitching that out there. Personal protective equipment for students and staff. One of the big takeaways from our district survey, they did a survey. They asked the parents in the area, was that most parents did not want their students to be required to wear masks. Therefore, this is an allowable component, but not a required one. However, and again, there's a however, there's a but, and it's a big but. And usually when there's a but there, it's a big but. Okay, I'm just saying. And some of you like that. All right. However, and there's the big but. However, if the city, state, or Department of Education mandates the wearing of masks, the district will adhere to those guidelines. If they mandate it, to this point, they have not mandated it. All faculty and staff will be provided a mask and face shield, which they can choose to wear or not. It's a choice. I'm gonna let that one go. All nurses will be fully equipped with personal protective equipment, which they will be required to wear since they are the people that will be in close contact with students or staff members who might be exhibiting beer bug symptoms. So there you go. And there are a few more things on here. Obviously, here's one really quickly. Prohibited components. Until further notice, no school-wide assemblies, okay, and off-campus field trips. No off-campus field trips. But in both of these, it says right here, and look at it closely, we will closely monitor this decision and continue our support of school-wide assemblies when it's safe to do so, and continue our support of field trips when it's safe to do so. So they're saying, no, we're not doing it right now, but they're also saying we could do it if things change. So, man, I don't know, it gets much better than that. I think they're good decisions all the way around. Different scenarios right here. And also, let's look down here a little bit further. Pathways, academic pathways, giving parents an opportunity to say, hey, listen, we're going to go either one way or another. Traditional classroom setting or virtual classroom setting. You have to pick one, stick with it, okay? But it's all right there, and you can read about that online. So there you go. Hey, Marty. Good to see you tonight. And Denise, yes. And if you're humming my however, then, it is what it is. Rhonda, good to see you up there. Jennifer, thank you for stopping by tonight. I appreciate seeing your name there as well. So there we are. And not a drinking game tonight. It's just getting a little bit warmer out here in the studio. Okay. I thought that was well acceptable. 20 days, we're 31 days away. We're 1 month away. 1 month away. So there we are. Check it out. See what you think. I'd be interested to hear what you all think about that. Don't have internet. Well, that's well then. It's going to make it challenging. Number one, how are you watching the show? But it's going to make it challenging to do virtual if you couldn't do it. I completely get it. So that does limit what you can do if you don't have the internet there at your house. All right. Let me pitch one more thing, because that was the big news of today. I know there were some other things out there that were a little bit less than positive. Really didn't want to go there. I enjoyed smiling so much last week. I wanted to keep on smiling some. Hey, cuz, thanks for joining tonight. I wanted to keep on smiling as much as I could. So let me throw this one out there to you from a sports perspective. People have asked me about sports, and I do get that question too. What's happening with sports? And there have been now 8 or 9, I think 9 Division II conferences out of 23 who've pulled the plug on the fall. So they're saying, no fall. We're not going to do sports in the fall. Some of them have already said we're going to do them in the spring. A couple of them said we're going to delay till either October 1st or November. But there were 2 conferences today. I see. Well, it makes sense. Yeah, it would be tough. It would definitely be tough. So you have to do what you have to do. I realize, but I think these were quality opportunities here. All right, from a sports perspective, two conferences came out within the last 24 hours and talked about their intention to continue with sports. And I want to give props to those two conferences. One of them was Division Two, and the other one was NAIA. Okay. Southeastern was NAIA for a number of years. Some of you all may know the history. Southeastern was women's basketball national runners up 2 years in a row in the NAIA back in the Crystal Robinson days, right before they went NCAA Division Two. Southeastern's been an NCAA Division Two for program for about 25 years now, close to 25 years. Now, one of these conferences was Division Two, NCAA Division Two, and that one is the Mid America Intercollegiate Athletic Association, otherwise known as the MIAA. Now, generally, because I work with the Great American Conference, I don't, there's a rivalry there. These are conferences that are pretty close by. The MIAA is a very, very tough conference in all the sports that it competes in. Specifically, volleyball's a tough one, basketball's a tough one. They're one of the toughest football conferences in the country, especially in the last 10 years. And Cooper McCoy, if you know Cooper from Durant, headed up to an MIAA schools. University of Central Oklahoma's in the MIAA. Well, guess what? They're not backing down. They're delaying their season just a little bit and saying things aren't going to get started. We're going to delay the schedule until after September 28th. After that, they're going to keep playing. Now, they said if it falls apart, it falls apart. But they're going to keep on going. They're going to keep on pushing this. And I'm going to read this quote from Mike Racy, who is the commissioner of this NCAA Division II conference. He said, and I quote, "There are a number of conferences throwing in the towel. That's not us. If things continue to get bad, we'll go down with the ship. We'll be the last ones to jump." You're going to go ahead and go with it, not feeling the pressure. And there's a lot of pressure. And by the way, the pressure right now from the national media when it comes to sports is on college football. NBA has found its bubble, and that remains to be seen how it's all going to go. But they found their bubble, so the NBA is going forward. The NFL's going forward. There's still a little bit of dissension in the ranks right now because there's still some guidelines that players haven't all been happy with how everything's worked out. But the NFL will go forward. The NBA is going forward. Major League Baseball has started with a couple of preseason, and they're going to get underway with their limited schedule. It's kind of weird to talk about a 60-game schedule in Major League Baseball when they're used to playing 162. So that's going to be odd. But they're going forward. Soccer is going forward. Women's soccer is going forward. Men's soccer leagues going forward. Hockey will be going forward. Everything is going forward. And so for these national media things to try to keep things in line and try to keep us back to where, again, why are we going to school? One of the reasons the kids need to be in school, they need the social aspect. We need to be together. So the pressure now is on college football. And I'm so, so happy that the MIAA said, no, we're not going to back down. That's not us. That's not us. So props to the MIAA. Good job, Commissioner Racy. And the other one, if I can find this, I may have it on my other monitor over here. The other one's the Heart of America Conference. The Heart of America is NAIA, and it has schools in Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, and I think one in Nebraska. And it falls into my little footprint of coverage with Midwest Sportsnet. Heart of America Conference is not going to stop. As a matter of fact, here's the quote from their news site. They've announced the conference will move forward with fall sports as scheduled for the upcoming season. The first day of practice will open up on August 15th. Quote from the commissioner, Lori Thomas: "We have chosen to stay the course for the upcoming season. The health and safety of our student athletes, coaches, administrators, fans, and officials continues to remain at the forefront of our planning for the fall. But they have a task force working to develop things. Each institution pledges to prepare athletic events with this approach of screening before travel, taking care of how they enter the playing facility, cleaning, preparation of the locker rooms, things along those lines. And they're falling in line with what the NAI as a national organization has said. The Heart desires to be a leader in the NAI." This is again Commissioner Lori Thomas. "The Heart desires to be a leader in the NAI and for us to do anything less than absolutely everything we can to get back on the playing field would cause an adverse effect to those we serve on our campuses. Props to them for standing up. Props for them to going forward. Now, if things change, then they change, and you have to make the adjustment. But I think too many people have, just like what Commissioner Racy said, thrown in the towel too quickly. Too quickly. So, and besides all that, I mean, if well, these are a lot of athletes, 18 to 22-year-old athletes. They're in pretty good shape. And I would imagine most of them, their immune system's pretty good too. So there is that. All right. So wanted to throw that out there. I thought that was a positive, and I wanted to open the week with some positive things. So hopefully you got a positive out of that. School is starting back. Hi, Kim. School is starting back. And Mike, I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that. It is not our favorite company that is providing for that, though. Let me just say that if you can hear me, it's not our favorite company tonight. I'm getting some outside assistance, so I'm glad it's looking good though. Brian is concerned about being able to watch shuffleboard. It's not shuffleboard that they're showing so much of now. I wouldn't mind watching shuffleboard. I'd actually, one of these days, I want to do, what is it? It's an Olympic event. Why am I forgetting this? I know this. It's with the big rocks. Why is that name escaping me? That's what I want to do someday. Curling. That's it. Curling. I want to do curling someday. But it's not curling that they're showing. They're showing cornhole. That was like the ESPN go-to non-sport sport to show during the whole beer bug quarantine was cornhole. I feel bad just saying cornhole. I feel like yes, I know. I got there. Curling. I got there before the comment showed up on my page. So I'm proud of myself for that. Yes, Mrs. Patriot, curling. Yes. I see. You get that there and they have the brooms. I want to do that someday. I really do. Curling doesn't sound as bad. Saying cornhole, if I was a sports broadcaster, and I am, but if and I were, I don't know that I could make it through a whole broadcast saying cornhole that many times. I don't know. All right, here is the last thing I wanted to show you. So did you smile tonight? Did everybody smile? Okay. I'm almost done, which means it's almost time to go look at the comet. Now, you may want to wait till maybe 9:45 or 10 o'clock, but it's in the northeast area, Corny. It's in the northwest part of the sky. It is, if you take the Big Dipper and you take the hang on, let me draw this up here. Here's your handle. Then here's the first two. Okay, and then here's the bottom. I'm not even drawing this right. Okay, here's the handle. Here's the top part of the scoop. Then you go down to the bottom part of the scoop. These two start right here. Go down below them, a little ways below them, and you'll find the comet. I think you should be able to see it there. Randy has the telescope. Good. Randy has the telescope ready. With the telescope, you should be able to see it very, very well because I saw it with binoculars pretty well. And I was pleased, very, very pleased. All right. Best thing I saw this weekend, and it's just because I love the kids. So here is something that came up on my Facebook page on Sunday. Let's see if it'll come up there. This came up on my Facebook page on Sunday. How about that? That is from 9 years ago. 9 years ago. And you may or may not be able to see this right here. I mean, my son's not wearing a shirt. But if you look really closely, if you see this picture on my actual Facebook page, and I don't know if it'll zoom in. Oh, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. He's actually drawn on his chest with a magic marker. I don't know why. This was the first pyramid picture we took. And I don't know why I decided, hey, this is a really good picture. My son has drawn all over his chest with a magic marker. But hey, it is what it is. So this is the original pyramid picture, I think. And I got Jody to take the picture, and I asked her, and she didn't want to be in it. So here's the original. Now, we've taken a couple more since then. Hi, Jolie. We've taken a couple more since then, and this is the most, don't they look, aren't they cute? They are. They are so cute. And this one from just a couple of weeks ago. How about that? Isn't that interesting? I need to get one of those pictures. Maybe somebody can help me take the picture where you can combine the two and get them side by side. And we're not through. We'll take some more. One of these days, I'll get to be on top. There you go. That's his six-pack. Yeah, Don Hyde would say I was wearing his shirt. He actually is wearing my shirt in this picture. This is a true story. He is actually wearing my shirt in this picture. So just in case you don't know, here's the firstborn. There's Jace. There's Jenna. That's number 2. She loves it when I call her that. Here's Jails, number 3. Jolie, number 4. And number 5 is the boy, my son, Joseph. So anyway, that is the best thing I've seen today. And God has blessed Mrs. Patriot and me with incredibly cool children. I'm very thankful for all of them. And I am so, so blessed to get to say that that they're mine. So I am thankful. Just wanted to start, just wanted to show you. And I actually did, there's one picture, by the way, one picture that I took of where I was on top. I had Jason Jen, and so I got to be on their backs. They can hold up Dad for a little while. The little ones, maybe not so much yet. Yeah, we're going to start putting grandbabies in there. So at some point, I guess we could have a line with 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if we get to that point, I'm going to be very impressed with our skills. We may have to take that show on the road. All right. I think that's it for tonight then. Ready to go see the comet? Good. We should go see the comet. There we go. Love to. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Did I say hi to everybody else? Jolie, Nanny, good to see you come up there tonight as well. All right. Listen, I love you all. I think you guys are really, really cool, and I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for taking some time with me today. We are 1 month out. 1 month out. Now, I realize this is the Bryan County Patriot. There are lots of other schools besides just Durant. We want to talk about them as well. Give me information, and I would be happy to promote those too. This information just came to me. That's where the little Patriots are going right now. So we're all good with that. But positive news tonight. Look, be wise. Please be wise. There are lots of things that you can do that only you can do. Be wise. Use discretion. Okay. And do not walk in fear. Don't do it. Don't do it. God hasn't given you a spirit of fear anyway. Do not walk in fear. Walk with respect. Look, seriously, don't. I've said this numerous times. Don't lick the shopping cart handles at Walmart. Don't do it. It's going to be tough now with the mask on anyway. Jack, don't try it. Go Comets. Yeah, you're right, Travis. Jack, don't try it. Don't try to lick the shopping cart handle at Walmart. Don't do it. And you really, there's so many other ways to be wise and to show respect. You don't stick your hand in a beehive. Okay? My dad was a beekeeper. I knew enough to stay away from the bees. I'm not scared of bees. I have no fear of bees, but I do have a respect. Okay? I didn't stick my hand in the beehive. Didn't get stung. Matthew, one time, my brother, he came in the house one time and he had been stung. And he came in and he explained that his friend had taught him how to pet bees. And of course, he got stung. Well, there's that. That's what little brothers do, I guess. Be wise. Don't walk in fear. Don't walk in fear. Walk with respect, but don't walk in fear. And we'll do this again in 23 and a half hours. How's that sound? All right. You guys are awesome. You are a blessing. Thank you very much for stopping by tonight. Seriously, thank you for stopping by. We'll talk again tomorrow. Have a great night.